spiritually uncut.
Spiritually un.
Yeah, we live and we in the building. Yo, I definitely appreciate everybody for tuning in for this next episode of Astrology Talk Tuesday. Yo, you could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be with your boy. Definitely appreciate that. To my Twitch family, to my Facebook, YouTube, let's get it. Yeah, yeah. I hope everybody's evening has been going well. You know, Astrology Talk Tuesday. Today, I believe we're breaking down dualities. We definitely finna go in. You did. Oh, I can't go forward without acknowledging them Aries. Big up to the Aries. It is definitely Aries season. Big ups to you. Happy birthday to all my Aries. We going in just for you. You did. Yeah. I know y'all tired of hearing me talk. So let's get into them.
Powered by Riverside FM.
Yo, I appreciate everybody for tuning in for another episode of Astrology Talk Tuesday. We definitely going live, and we can't do it without my boy. But before we go any further, we just gonna set the tone. Our goal for even doing this podcast is to grow to a better version of ourselves. And on Astrology Talk Tuesdays, it's through astrology. So I speak an energy of understanding, solitude, and love. Now let's dive deep. My boy, where you at?
Yo, 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 yo.
What's happening, bro? How we feeling?
Feeling good, man. Feeling good. Ready to, you know, do this. Do what we do. Don't put it all on me. You the host. I'm just a squirrel in the world, man. We doing good.
Trying to get in there. I feel you. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. So, man, we've been. I think this like our seventh or eighth episode.
For real?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Damn, I ain't even been counting.
Yeah, so normally I do like a recap. Last week we went over the actual zodiac signs
Yeah,
themselves,
we did the science last week.
so that was pretty smooth, you know. So
Yeah, that went well.
today, we are definitely diving deep, um, talking about dualities. Now, for people that don't understand what that is, break it down.
So the duality is basically the dual two, double, the dual properties of the
Hmm.
sign. Dual just mean two. So every characteristics of a sign is broken up to the amount of times that characteristics can be divided up by all of the zodiac signs. For
Okay.
example, the elements, you got four elements, you got 12 signs. So every element has four signs. So four air signs, four earth signs, four fire signs, four water signs.
Facts.
That's the element. Then you got the modality, which is the cardinal, the fixed, and the mutable. So it's three modes and it's 12 signs. Each mode has four signs. And then we
Okay.
got the duality. So
Okay.
it's only two things, two ways to separate the signs. So if it's only two and it's 12 signs, that means each version has six signs. So
Facts.
I said it like that. I'm wording it like that for a reason to get people to guess what duality means. What would that possibly be? And if you ain't guessed it already, it's basically the charge of the sign. So it could
Okay.
be the masculine or the feminine charge. And it
Okay.
don't mean good or bad, up or down. It just means that this is a charge that your sign carries when it comes to relating. Not a relationship like boyfriend, girlfriend. I ain't talking about that. Just relating to things in general. You may take a feminine approach to relating to
Hmm.
something, or you may take a masculine approach to relating to something. So that's basically the gist of duality,
Okay.
masculine or feminine.
Okay. 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 Yeah. I'm definitely glad you said that because most people would take offense to saying uh, a male may be a feminine sign opposed to because every male want to be,
Yeah,
masculine, but not
and
understanding what that actually mean. In order to
you're
get
right.
any kind of charge, you need a negative and a positive. The
Yeah,
negative, what you say, the negative don't necessarily mean that
it's
it's a
bad.
bad thing. You
All
feel me?
right.
Right. So once again, I only say that to get a clear understanding because that's what we on. Getting a clear
Yeah.
understanding of words, of the spelling, spell being the root spell. You feel me? You know,
Mm-hmm.
to
Yeah. Yeah.
psychologically
So
break the barrier to understand shit. You know what I mean?
So the negative charge don't necessarily mean bad, and the positive charge don't necessarily mean good. If you want a simple way to look at it, just look at it as negative being the inside, which is dark, positive being the outside, which is light. Think of it that way.
Okay.
So think of it as in terms of dark and light instead of good and bad, or
Hmm.
positive, negative. Look at it as dark and light, or inside, outside.
Okay.
That'd be a better way to look at it.
Facts. Okay. Okay. So with
Mm.
that being said, of course, now we finna break this down because everybody want to know what they sign is. Is it
Oh
a
yeah.
masculine or feminine negative? You know what I mean? So
Mm.
however you want to break it down, but let's go through the 12.
All right, so um, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do the duality, but for the sake of conversation, I'm gonna go ahead and throw the element in there as well
Okay.
because it'll make things make a little bit more sense.
Okay. Facts. Let's go.
So Aries, we're gonna go just from one all the way down to 12. Y'all know how we do. We used to this. We
Let's
ain't
go.
new to
Let's go.
this. So Aries being the first zodiac sign, it's a fire sign. In its charge, it's a positive charge as far as its element because it's a fire element. When it comes to the duality, it's a masculine duality.
Mm.
So it's a
Okay.
masculine duality and it's a fire element. However, the fire sign is not fully masculine. It's uh it's feminine, but it's the masculine version of feminine. So it's not just feminine. It's not the feminine that likes to stay on the inside. It's the feminine that likes to show itself on the outside. So it's originally feminine, but it's the masculine version of feminine, which
Mm.
makes it masculine.
Okay.
So Aries is a masculine sign. Then we have Taurus. Now you would think since Taurus is outside, since Taurus is an earth sign,
Right.
which
Facts.
seems to be outside, you would think that it's a positive sign, but it's a negative sign. So since
Okay.
it's earth are negatively charged.
Hmm.
Um, so the way to think about that would be um, the same way how the fire sign is not really it's not really masculine. The earth sign is not really feminine. It's the feminine version of the masculine. It's the
Okay.
feminine version of the masculine spectrum. So it's so the masculine spectrum will be earth and air, earth being the feminine version of it, air being the masculine version of it. And earth would be the feminine version of the masculine duality. And I'm trying to make it make sense because I don't want to confuse, but
Nah, I got
because
you. I got you.
like how could it be negative and positive and negative, and so it could seem confusing, like when you just hear it for the first time. But try to look at it like a I wish I had my board that I usually draw on, but So Aries would be a masculine sign.
Yeah.
Taurus would be a Earth feminine sign.
Okay.
So
All right.
I hope that that example made sense. The fact that even though Earth is of the masculine quality, which is an Earth sign, since it's Earth and it's outside, it's a feminine
Mm-hmm.
duality. It's feminine, so it's the feminine version of masculinity.
I mean,
Then
it would make sense because feminine, it being earth, earth being mother nature, you know.
okay, perfect, exactly.
But
Earth
but
being mother.
feminine don't necessarily mean weak and soft, or you know what I
No,
mean. It don't
you
mean
don't.
that,
I
you
don't
know.
know too weak or a soft Taurus. I don't know no
Facts,
Taurus that's a weak or a soft. None of that. I ain't met one yet. You feel me? So
facts, facts. My mama
not
a
even.
Taurus.
Yeah, I ain't met one yet. So it ain't even nothing about being weak or soft.
Exactly. So let's get that clear for the record, all my people that well, it's really the brothers. A lot of brothers, because I had put up a status on my joint. And, you know what I'm saying? I said something about being in touch with your family. No, man, bruh, come on, man, stop it
They
all
don't
that.
know how important it is. Real important to be in touch with your feminine side. That
Facts.
don't mean be in touch with your soft side. That's that's being able to see with your eyes closed. That's
Mm-hmm.
being able to recognize shit that people was trying to hide from you. How
Right.
you think your
Facts.
girl always know how you lying, or
Mm-hmm.
if people still doing that?
Right.
How you think your girl know that you lying even when you feel like you got a solid case? It ain't about what she hearing with her actual ears or seeing what you act. Forget all that. Using her feminine qualities, she's able to sense. She could just sense that you lying, and that's really
Facts.
all it takes. And you'll be able to do that same thing. You'll be able to know if your lady telling you some bullshit. But you niggas, we don't never know. She, okay, as soon as they tell us whatever they tell us, okay, it's time to get back to the. We ain't even paying attention to that
Hey,
stuff because that's
but
not even nothing that we.
I can't even lie to you though. Like I'm alright with being in touch with my feminine side because my feminine side give me a different kind of intuition. Like my feminine side is spirituality. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? So I'm sort of kind of in touch with mine, and I'm alright with it.
Yeah,
Cause you ain't finna pull
it's
no.
going. And it's gonna be impossible to create anything without being in touch with your feminine side.
Facts.
You ain't gonna have no creativity. Don't come from just what you thinking about. You could have the thoughts. That's a masculine. You can have the thoughts all day long. You could
Right.
think all you want to, but if you don't have no emotions connected to those thoughts or no emotions connected to that
Mm-hmm.
mentality, it's never gonna manifest and turn into anything physical. You gotta feel about the things that you think in order to manifest them in this physical realm.
Right.
It ain't gonna just appear just because you're thinking about it. You gotta feel about that thought.
Exactly. Real talk. I even think about a lot of musicians, that's their feminine energy and when
Yeah,
in their creativity because creativity comes from feminine energy. So
yeah,
even all the hardcore rappers, the that's that feminine energy that you're using to create that rah rah bullshit. You know what I mean? So
yeah. And
yeah,
that don't make you pussy or none of that shit. Like
right.
you could be like 50 Cent of Cancer. If you just
I thought he was
imagine
a
that,
Leo.
50 Cent of Cancer.
Dig that.
Yeah, 50 of Cancer
Okay.
for sure.
Dig that.
And
Maybe he
he
like a Leo moon or something like that.
I
I don't
don't
know.
know. I don't know. I could count on one hand. I don't know a whole lot of niggas that just been talking. They just gonna go beat 50 Cent ass. I don't know a whole lot of
Right.
niggas doing that. You
Right.
feel
Fact.
me? And Cancer is the most feminine sign
Mm-hmm.
in the zodiac sign. So you could do with that information what you want to do with it. But on if you could find 10 niggas, my bad, 10 young men that's willing to challenge 50 Cent to a fight, and they're
Right.
just talking and they for real with it,
Right. Right.
then you could talk all that
Facts.
feminine and soft and stuff like that. But I don't know a whole lot of them doing
Facts.
that.
Facts. Fact.
So
All right. So we got them Aries out the way.
all right, so then we got
We
Taurus. Taurus is an earth sign
we
and
got
it's a
Taurus. We already
feminine.
did Taurus.
right, feminine sign. Then we got Gemini, which is
Right.
a masculine sign, a masculine air sign.
Mm.
Then we have Cancer, which is a feminine water sign. Then wait, yes, Cancer, which is a feminine water sign. Then we have Leo, which is a masculine fire sign. Following, we have Virgo, which is a feminine earth sign. Um, and it's the same. It's just following the same rules. Or same rules still apply. So even though Leo is a masculine fire sign, fire and water in general are negative internal
Right.
elements.
Right. Right.
That's
Right.
that's what they are in general already. So because remember didn't we go over elements already? Did
Mm-hmm.
we go over air, water, earth, fire?
Yep.
Right. So automatically remember that when you're going into the elements, off the rip, fire and water is internal, feminine. Earth and air is external, masculine, automatically. But when we talking in terms of the dualities, it's 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 added in there, but it don't change the duality of the sign.
Right.
So even so, and that creates another pocket. That's why you have a negative feminist, I mean a negative masculine sign, and you have a feminine masculine sign. You would think that it's just negative or positive, but you do have the in between, the gray
Right.
areas.
Right.
And
Right.
that's why, because it don't change the duality of the sign itself. It just have qualities which have negative and positive. So as long as you got to understand that part first. That's how you have a fire sign, which is since the fire sign is the a feminine sign, but it's masculine. That's the reason why.
Mm.
Same thing with Earth. Even though it's a masculine quality, it's a feminine sign because it don't change the duality. So Virgo would be the feminine. Taurus would be feminine. Capricorn would be feminine. They are all Earth
Mm.
signs.
Right. Right. Right.
Cancer will be feminine. Scorpio will be feminine. Pisces will be feminine. They are
Mm.
all water signs. Then keep going. Libra will be masculine. Aquarius will be masculine.
Masculine.
And
Yeah.
Gemini will be masculine. They are all air signs. Aries will be masculine. Leo will be masculine. And Sagittarius will be masculine. They are all fire signs. So all of the fire signs and all of the air signs
There's
are
not a
masculine,
masculine.
and all of the earth signs and all of the water signs are feminine.
Ah, I never knew that. I knew it, but never put it all together like that. So
Yeah,
Earth,
yeah, yeah.
Earth, and what you say? Earth
Water.
and water are feminine.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Earth and water is the feminine sign. Fire and air is the masculine sign.
Right, right. That's dope. So would a Gemini be a positive or a negative sign?
Gemini will be a positive sign,
Right.
positive masculine sign.
Now is all the what you call the fire signs, are all of them positive?
Yeah, all of them is positive, but
Okay.
fire
Hmm.
in general is a negative element.
Okay. This this
So
should be
in
getting
general,
this shit confusing.
all
For
right. So
real.
think about the way I'm gonna explain the cardinal versions of each. So the
Okay.
cardinal sign to each element. So if you want to explain cardinal fire, which is Aries, Aries likes to create a new way of seeing and
Hmm.
feeling about things. So they like to create, which is cardinal, create a new way. That's all cardinal.
Mm.
Create a new way of seeing and feeling. That's fire, seeing and feeling it. So if you see fire, you see it and it touch you, it burns you, you feel it. Think of fire, seeing and feeling, right?
Mm.
And then you have cardinal water, which is Cancer. Cancer like to create and initiate new ways to
Feel. Oh,
emotionalize
right.
and so to emotionalize and feel about things.
Right.
So they like to create new emotions. They like to create new ways to feel about something.
Mm.
So, but not seeing it, they're not trying to create a new way to see those feelings.
Mm,
Aries is trying to create a new way to see those feelings. Cancer is trying to find a new way to internalize those feelings, which means keep it inside of themselves and feel about it, to feel about it. It's not really concerned about showing it to you as far as Aries, which is
mm,
like maybe acting irrationally or something like that. It's not concerned about that. It's concerned if a Cancer is crying, they crying because their feelings are hurt.
right,
They
right,
feel hurt. If an Aries is crying, they crying because they might not even know that they crying and they're not even thinking about them crying. And if you see them crying, don't think they crying because they sad. They
right,
crying because you just so happen to see they feelings on their face. You just so happen to see it. They not crying because they sad. They not crying because they feelings is so deep inside of them that they crying because something is stopping them. They trying to go. They trying to do something, and
right, right,
something is impeding on their will to do something. And don't Aries don't hate nothing more than something trying to stop it from trying to do what they trying to do, him or her. They trying to do
right.
something and something's trying to stop them, whether it be their parents, whether it be a law, whether it be a
Right, right.
boyfriend or a girlfriend, whether it be an injury. It could be anything. If it's anything stopping the Aries from doing what they trying to do, they're going to be pissed. They're going to be upset about that. Now, Cancer, you feel me? And if there's anything that's if it's anybody trying to ignore their feelings, even though they're not showing it on their face, even though they're not showing their feelings in no irrational way, you still better not ignore them because
Right,
they're going to be pissed about that. They're going
right.
to be really
Facts.
upset. So, and that's because they like to create new ways to do these things. So
Mm-hmm.
if you're not paying attention to their way of doing it, that means you gonna let somebody else create something that they trying to create, and they're gonna be pissed about that. They
Mm,
not gonna like that. So that's how they Aries and Cancers work. And then you got Cancer. I mean, cardinal air, which is Libra,
mm-hmm.
which is they like to create a new way. They like to create and initiate new ways to think and communicate.
Mm,
So thinking and communicating is thinking and speaking. Exactly what we're doing right now. People say that they don't know how to freestyle and all that shit, but you literally freestyle every single day. You never thought about the words that you use and when you talking and having a
right.
conversation. You ain't think yesterday, I'm gonna let me write down what I'm finna say in this conversation tomorrow. No, you just freestyling. Everybody know how to freestyle. Now, can you rhyme with it? That's the talented part.
Right.
But it's Libra. That's the start in the conversation. Libra starts the conversation, and Aquarius holds the conversation, and Gemini transforms the conversation. But it's
Mm.
all about thinking and communicating. So with Gemini, it's able to take the whole conversation and turn the conversation into something else. That way, when it
Oh my God, bro. You definitely broke down Gemini in a nutshell. God damn, them damn Geminis. I love my
We'll take a
Geminis
whole
though.
convo and turn it into something else. But that's a superpower. Nobody else could do that because Aquarius
Right,
don't want to do that. Aquarius
right.
don't care about other subjects. They're gonna talk about what they're talking about, and that's gonna be that. And Libra, they gonna be they soon it so they ain't gonna trip about that because soon as they see you changing the subject, they gonna give you gift wrap it a brand new subject to talk about. That's all. That's all Gemini need. All Gemini need is for somebody to be interested in the conversation, and they gonna have them a good time. And you giving them a subject to talk about that. So Ben, and the cycle repeats. As soon as Libra come through with this brand new conversation, talking that bullshit, Aquarius got to come through being a know it all, trying to correct some shit. Well, this don't really go like that because trying to make things a certain way, and then here comes Gemini trying to just stop Aquarius and Libra from arguing because Libra like nigga, why you trying to change the conversation for what I'm talking about? Aquarius like cause you wrong, bro. You don't know what you're talking about. Gemini like, hey, y'all remember that day we was playing ball in the backyard? You feel me? He was changing the whole conversation. He was like, nah, you remember that day we was riding the motorcycles? Aquarius like, I wasn't riding no motorcycle. I was in Aston Martin. You was in the motorcycle. You feel me?
Hey,
Then it turned into a whole nother conversation.
or if it's a negative Gemini, they gonna disagree too and say, no, it ain't that, it's this. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
man, negative Gemini's, you never really know with Gemini. You never really know because Gemini is not no, it's not one of those cuddly signs. And it's
Mm,
not lacking nothing. So it's not a cuddly sign just because it don't want to be a cuddly sign.
right.
Like when it comes to Aquarius, it's lacking the sun. So the sun don't like to be in Aquarius. So you for Aquarius to be active, to for Aquarius to do a lot of things, they got to think about it first, and that requires a lot of work. People just don't see the work that it takes Aquarius to do the things that they got to
Mm,
do because it's all in their head. But it takes work to even do anything. That's just being an Aquarius. Now, other sign, let's say Virgo. Virgo, they is missing Venus altogether. So that's why they not all cuddly like that. But Gemini, they not cuddly like that just simply because they don't want to be. And if they want to be, they can be. You
right.
don't know if they negative or positive till it's
Mm,
too late. And then
right.
once you do find out, they might just so happen to come around to be your friend again. You feel me? Because you know that they slow. You feel me? You know that you know like, all right, this person ain't thinking how normal people think, and you just cut them on some slack, give them the benefit of the doubt. You feel me? If that's it don't even matter if it's negative or positive. Gemini's in general is they got that mind fuck thing going on. So
Mm-hmm.
either they man fucking you or
Oh
they man
yeah.
fucking they self. You feel me? But
Right.
they doing something when it comes to the mentality parade that they got going on in their head. It's something going on. Now, if you want to deal with that or not,
Right.
that's totally up to you. That's up
Right.
to you if you want to deal with that. So that's what you can say about Gemini. Now, if you want to deal with this Gemini, then it could be extremely irritating. Now, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. It is some crazy Geminis out there that did some crazy stuff. Yeah. But I feel like that's just a part of you just being the person that you is.
Mm-hmm.
But that's connected to your thought process and your mentality. So if you think like that and you a Gemini, all that is you having a million thoughts about that instead of a couple of them. You
Right.
see what I'm saying? Gemini just exceeds and excels exponentially your thought processing. So, like I said, it's all up to if you want to deal with that or not.
Right. 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 That's crazy. Them,
Yeah, yeah.
Adam Gemini's, man, be having a million thoughts going through at once. I guess because it's because of the different personalities. But
The most annoying person I know is Gemini. Most annoying boy, I tell you.
I'm already knowing. So you we did Gemini. Uh, we did Cancer. Did Leo.
I think I left off on like Virgo.
Did Virgo. Or you
Yeah.
or
So
you
Libra. No,
okay?
I think I did Libra.
Nah.
I just thought that Libra.
Okay.
So Libra is cardinal air. They like to initiate and create new ways to think and communicate.
Mhm.
And they are a positive sign,
Mhm.
which means they masculine. They are
Okay.
masculine air sign. So they like to think and communicate when it comes to solving problems. Then we have Virgo, which is a mutable earth sign. So they like to relate new ways to think and practicalize about things. So when it comes to thinking and solving problems, they like to relate on everybody, come to a collective agreement, idealistically. They are a feminine sign. They are a feminine earth sign. So when it comes to solving solutions, they mostly um, go on what they think internally, not so
Right.
much on what they talking about. They'll think about what the solution is and then put some type of action toward doing it before they start talking a lot about it.
Right.
Because they before they talk about it, they got to make sure that what they saying is correct first. They're not
Facts.
last thing a Virgo is gonna do is start talking about something that they don't know so that they could look like they talking about something that they don't know. Not even because they don't know it. They just don't want people to see them looking crazy like
Right.
that, talking about something that they don't know. That ask Virgo, that's gonna be exact. I ain't gonna be talking about a Virgo not gonna talk about something that they don't know because they don't want to get caught for it.
Facts.
Because they not because they because if they could get away with it, they would. Like that's what I'm saying is for if they could get away with looking like they know what they talking about something, if they could get away with that, they would do that. But if they can't get away with it, they won't even pull it. They'll die before they let somebody think they slow. That ain't gonna
Right,
happen.
facts.
So, um, yeah, Virgo, they are feminine earth sign, earth quality. Then we have Libra. Wait, did I just do Libra? I did just do Libra. And then I did Virgo. I went backwards. My bad, y'all.
Right, you did.
So now
Facts.
we have Scorpio.
Okay.
So Scorpio is a fixed water sign. They like to stay fixated on emotionalizing and internalizing things. So when it comes to situation, they like to basically feel out their emotions and then sit on them and let them get real deep and real heavy. Just let their feelings silk and soak. And that's what they want to do. Even though they're angry and upset, they want to feel how deep their feelings could go. Mainly because they ruled by Pluto. Pluto adds that level of intensity because they are all about power and control.
Mm.
So when it comes to Scorpio and the power and control and the intensity, when you add all of that, when you add all of that up, you come up with somebody that don't want nobody to know what they feeling inside. They don't want nobody to know what's going on
Right.
inside of them. And
Facts.
that's why they seem secretive and sneaky
Mm-hmm.
and all of that shit because their emotions and got so down deep and dark. The people don't feel the way that they feel, and they'd rather just hide it from the world. Even though they don't even have to do no hiding actions. They don't have to do no actions toward hiding at all. And people just gonna know or feel or sense that you being secretive about something.
Right, right.
So yeah, that's a water sign and it's feminine. And then we got Sagittarius. Sagittarius is a mutable fire sign. So it likes to relate new ways of seeing and feeling about things.
Okay.
So when it comes to situations that's going on, they like to solve problems by relating the way that everybody see the situation and coming to a general conclusion. So they won't just take one person's side of the story. They're gonna listen to everybody's side of the story. And after they listen to everybody's side of the story, they're gonna decide how they see the situation. They not like I said, they're not gonna just take one person's side of the story. They ain't gonna, they not no pick sides type of sign.
Right, right.
Um, which is funny because they the opposite of Gemini, which is a pick both sides type of sign. So a
Right.
Gemini will pick both sides, and a Sagittarius just would not pick sides. Period. If they fuck with you, they fuck with you. If they don't, they won't. Um, but they like to relate new ways of seeing and feeling about things, and they are a masculine fire sign.
Facts.
Moving on, we got Capricorn, which is a cardinal earth sign. So they like to initiate and create new ways to think and practicalize about things, which means they want to come up with a new idea first. They want people to follow their instructions. They want to come up with the first thought that everybody follows. They don't want to follow somebody else's first thought. They want to be the one that came up with the first thought. They want to be the blueprint, basically. So, like the boss, that's just what they was written in the instructions for being a Capricorn. The instructions that the devil gave them when he sent them up here to earth, he had told them that
Oh, that shit funny as
but
hell.
that's what they supposed to do here. You know they slogan is I use. That's
Mm.
their slogan, I use. So, a little jokey joke for the caps. But yeah, they like to initiate and create new ways to see and feel about things. They want to be the one that came up with the idea first. They want people to follow their example. That's why they want to go out and do things first. Even if they might bump their head or make a mistake or lose a bet or something like that. They want to go out there and do that so that they could tell their story and lead by example, even if
Right.
they fail. And they are a fixed earth sign, which is feminine earth sign. And then we got Aquarius, the best sign of all time. They like to,
Facts.
they are a fixed air sign. So they
Big dog.
like to stay fixated on the way that they think and communicate.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning they don't want to, they're not really too interested or concerned with jumping in other people's conversations and talking about what other people talking about. They don't really care a whole lot about gossiping and stuff like that. If anything, they'll talk, if they're going to have a conversation, it's going to be pertaining to something that they genuinely interested in. They
Facts.
won't spend a whole lot of time about stuff that they don't like. You feel me? Like if it's something that they don't like, they'll most likely be putting some kind of action or like placing some kind of boundary to keep that thing away from
Mm-hmm.
them.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
Aquarius is ruled by Saturn. Saturn is a planet of boundaries, limits, and restrictions, limitations, and stuff like that. So when they having a problem, they could just set a boundary. So before they go and talk about something that they don't like, they'll set a boundary and keep that thing away from them.
Big facts. You hear me?
On the real,
That could be our toxic side too at times.
possibly.
Just say call it what you want,
Hey, it is what
huh? Oh
it is.
man, oh the real. Big facts. Oh the real.
But then we got Pisces. So Pisces is the mutable water sign.
Mm-hmm.
Pisces being the mutable water sign is the um, one second.
You dig. Pardon the body, ladies and gentlemen. My man's will be back in 1 second. Yeah, I don't know what he got going on, y'all. All is well though. You know. And I apologize if y'all hear my kids in the background, you know. It be like that sometimes, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, they trying to stay quiet as long as possible. They don't
hey, I
look.
get it. And we finna wrap it up because my kids going wild in the back. Hey, this shit ain't perfect. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they know what time it is though. They know
Facts,
what I got to do.
facts, facts. But you were
Right?
saying Pisces.
Yeah. So Pisces, it's the mutable water sign, which means they like to relate new ways of like feeling and emotionalizing about things. So
Mm,
they want to relate to everybody's feelings. They don't want to just have their feelings. They want to know my feelings, your feelings, his feelings, her feelings. They want to know everybody's feelings. Not that they want to know it, but it's kind of like their job. Like
mm,
when the devil was giving them their instructions and sent them up here, he's like, it's your job to know and understand everybody's feelings, all the feelings. It's all same way how Gemini is kind of like responsible for all the thoughts, all the
mm-hmm.
communications, because they represent the largest cloud. That's how Pisces is. It's the largest wave. So they represent they are basically responsible for the circulation of all the emotions in the world. They
Man,
responsible
bro.
for keeping them in circulation.
My moon Pisces, bro. I hate that shit sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, that could be like an emotional roller coaster because the moon in the 12th house, the moon is in the dreamland, your emotions. You have dreams and your emotions. And your dreams, you have a dream-like state. Your emotions are at a dream-like state. Let's put it like that.
Mm-hmm.
So when you are having an emotional situation or emotional experience, it'll be like you will see so much of it that you will be in a dream-like state. It will need other things in your natural world. They'll still matter. You will still have your priorities in check, but you will be handling those things fluidly, like effortlessly, if you practice at them enough to the point where you could do that. You'll
Mm-hmm.
be doing those things, and everything else that you do, it'll just be like a flow and go. You will be literally like in a dream-like state. This is when it's so if you was ever to have anything clouding your thoughts to the point where you can't translate your emotions before they surface out on a surface before
Mm-hmm.
you able to do that. If something is stopping that from being able to happen and your emotions actually get to vibrating hard enough and they start manifesting outside of your body, because that's what your sun sign is for, to protect your emotions from having to do that. But
Mm,
once your sun sign has been broken down or damaged or tired or just stressed, once your sun
mm-hmm.
sign is going through any form of trauma that stops it from being able to do its job, then your emotions gets to break free and vibrate outside of your body and get to start causing shit and relating with things that's outside of you. And once you would be living in a more dream-like state, you specifically. Now, me, if that was to be
Right.
happening to me, since my moon is in Aries, if something was to be going on in my life that was just keeping my mind so occupied that I'm not able to focus or pay attention on the real things in life, I would be a very angry and aggressive person without even knowing it, without even trying to be. I would just be living life and just things that come out of my mouth would just sound angry and aggressive. This if I'm not even paying attention. I just be living my life and motherfuckers be ready to fight me and shit just because they don't know that I ain't paying no attention to you right now. So it's not about me being I'm not angry or upset. That's just how my regular words come out. Now
Right.
this is if
Right.
I'm so stressed out, if I'm just tired, I'm stressed out, anything like that, I'm pissed off, anything that's stopping me from being able to filter my emotions, that's how it's gonna come through. So again, for you, for example, like if you will come through like tired and don't want to be bothered. If you going through something, you will be like in a not an unbothered state, like you don't want people to bother you and shit. Cause I'm here, but I'm in a dream like state.
But
You know,
hey,
that's what
but
it
you
is.
got to remember, I'm a cusp too of Aries.
That just make you angry. Nah, I'm
Right.
playing.
I've
So that
matured a
mean
lot, bro.
that'll make you so you'll be feeling that same way. It'll just make you frustrated and pissed off that people is trying to shake you out of it. You ever been sleeping real good and somebody woke you up, but not politely, like somebody
Hmm.
rudely woke you up?
Yeah, yeah.
Like that'll be something that trigger you. Like, come on, bro. Like you'll be mad about that type of shit, type of stuff.
My anger, man, has come a long way. That's the only thing I can say.
Man, yeah, I know I'm getting better at it. I've
Yeah,
gotten better at it.
my anger, boy, hot. You know what I'm saying? Hot. Well, you know, shit. You been around me.
Yeah, I'm already knowing.
You know.
Yeah,
but
I'm already knowing, Keys.
shit. Shit, shit, we done, ain't we? Pisces.
Should we did Pisces?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Facts, facts. Well, we go ahead and wrap it up, man. We be flowing so well, man. We just, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
So,
once we get to talking.
you know, facts, facts. Look, so before we wrap it up, in your opinion, give me three zodiac signs that would be good for each other in a relationship.
Three signs that'd be good. You mean like three couples?
Mm-hmm.
So six signs?
No, okay, okay. So, well, yeah, but period. Like, for instance, like a Aquarius and a Aries or some shit like that. You know
Right,
what
and
I'm
you want me to
saying?
do that 3 times.
Yeah. In your
Oh, okay.
opinion, your zodiac opinion.
Give me 1 second, let me think. Cause I know my real opinion, but my real opinion will probably frustrate people because it's such a vague opinion. So I'm gonna play the game too. But my real opinion is anybody could work with anybody.
Of
It's
course,
all
of
about your
course.
level. It's all about your level of awareness. So it could be the most positive sign with the most negative sign. It could be the positive, negative, and negative feminine. It could be
Mm-hmm.
all anything, but
Mm-hmm.
it depends on who have the higher level of consciousness and how much patience they have,
Right.
equaled up with how curious the person with the lower consciousness is
For
and
sure.
how much willpower they have. And
Mm-hmm.
those percentages, you add those up, then you'll have your compatibility. But somebody have to be teaching the other, somebody have to be learning, Somebody has to be willing to learn. Somebody has to be patient. That's what the relationship is. So
Man, who doing that nowadays though?
that, I
And
mean,
I ain't talking about you. I'm talking about
no, not me. I ain't gonna. I know you're saying me.
shit. Who doing that nowadays? You feel me? Ain't nobody taking the time to get to know each other. Most people don't even fuck with astrology.
Most people don't even fuck with themselves
Point.
like it. You
So
feel me?
once
Like that.
again,
It
who's
got to get
doing
to
that?
that. I mean, people may not be doing it in the way that like you would think, but they
Yeah.
okay. Let's say like say it's somebody that live smack dead in the hood, but been living in the hood his whole life, whole
Mm-hmm.
50, whole 30 years. Then he meet him a young lady. She about 28 or something like that. Now, if he just start teaching her the game about the hood and how to serve this and move that and get this and get that, he just teach her. That's the same thing. He's still teaching her, and she's still learning.
If
She's
she's
still
willing.
willing to learn. Right? She's still willing to
If
learn, and he's
right.
still patient. You feel me? Now, if those things add up, then that it don't even have to be being taught in something that's positive or legal or spiritual. It could be
Right.
something somebody that's met on a lower level of consciousness. Everybody not on our level of consciousness
Fact.
that's ready and willing to go to the next level and stuff like that. Some people cool with where they at, and that's perfectly fine because we need those people. We
Fact.
need the people that's cool with where they at and want to stay where they at because that's what we was them before. We were in order for us to be what we are now, we had to have went through that level, that stage.
Yeah. Fact.
So that's just how this process goes. So it's cool for them to want to stay where they at, but that's just not our mission right now, and this ain't their mission right now.
Fact. Facts. All right. Well, instead of three, give me one.
I mean, I can still give them to you. That's what I was saying. So even though that, so that's my actual opinion. Basically, I say anybody can match up with
Right.
anybody, but that's very what cliche. So, three that I say would definitely rock.
And why?
Aquarius, Aquarius and Aries.
And why?
Because Aquarius is almost willing to do anything. Aries is willing to do anything. They both have the energy to match that kind of shit.
Facts.
The ideas, the vibes.
Yeah. Facts. My wife is Aries.
Leo. Oh yeah, Leo and their Leo and Cancer. Because people may not know it, but there's a love hate, not even love hate, a balanced relationship when it comes to Leo and Cancer, man.
Mm-mm.
Because Leo got a sun, Cancer is ruled by the moon.
Mm-hmm.
Leo being the most masculine, Cancer being the most feminine, opposites attract. That's why they right next to each other. It happened like that for a reason. That wasn't really much of a coincidence. Sunday and
Mm-mm.
Monday is right next to each other. They're not
Dig that.
separated.
Dig that.
So Leo and Cancer, um, Aries, Aquarius, and one more. Um, like it really. Let me see.
Who would you put a Virgo with?
um, he been he been given many names in the Bible. Some called him the serpent. Some called him the God of the earth, the God of the world. I'm just
That's
calling
what
the
it is.
devil.
Right.
That's who the Virgos belong with. Not just
Damn.
fucking around. Virgos cool people. I talk shit about every sign except Aquarius. So
Ah!
uh, Virgos. See the thing about Virgos, and when it comes to love, they not built for love like that. Like they it's not that they can't love or can't be loved. It's just that to them, what makes sense to them is they can't be loved if they don't work for it. If they're not
Mm.
working for it, it's not really love because they don't feel appreciated. Remember, Virgo lacks Venus. Venus is the planet of love, appreciation, value, and compromise. They don't they have the value of something that's worth being compromised over in anybody's life. So in order for a Virgo to work well with somebody, they're gonna have to be with somebody that's willing to express love, appreciation, and value
Hmm.
more more than normal. Like that person is gonna have to express those qualities more than normal just for a Virgo to normally feel it. Because even if you express them at a normal level, a Virgo probably would they'll appreciate it because they to them it makes sense to appreciate it, not because they are so infatuated with the fact that they appreciate what you gave them. It's mainly because they are earth sign,
Mm-hmm.
which means they thinking, they being practical. So it's about what makes sense. And to them at that moment, it makes sense for me to appreciate what you just gave me. It's not so much, oh man, I really appreciate that. Is that no, you looked out for me when I needed. I'm gonna make sure they're gonna make sure they pay you back the exact dollar
Mm-hmm.
amount on a date that they borrowed it from you. You feel me? Because that's what makes sense. So it's not so much appreciation thing, it's it makes sense that way. So to Virgo really will have to be paired with anybody that's willing to put up with them. For real, for real. There it is.
Hey, facts. Hey, my big brother a Virgo. I love my big brother, and he know, boy, my brother is anal than a motherfucker, boy, and he know that
Yeah,
shit
they
too,
know it. I was
and
gonna
they
say they
know it.
know it. They won't even take offense to what I just said. They know how they coming. They don't want nobody coming around their crib junkying they shit up,
Mm-mm.
boy. Hell no. You might get away with that with some other signs. You not about to possibly know. It got to be the coldest day in hell before a Virgo lets you come in their crib and unfold a shirt. Boy, you better fold that motherfucker right back where you got it from at the same angle that you just moved it from in a couple of seconds before they notice you moved it. Because
Yeah.
you going to have them cleaning up all night just because you moved that one shirt. So
I
they
can
don't,
I can see it. I can see Virgos with Aquarius. My my. Oh
ain't going to
shit!
work. It ain't going to work. Whoever
Hey,
you finna say, tell them I said it ain't gonna work.
all
Nah,
I'm
son.
saying is I know a couple of them. Telling you, my sister my god sister Donna, she been married to her Virgo.
See, that's because Aquarius is a very loyal creature.
Yeah,
That's the reason why we could be very unhappy and
a
still
little
nah
bit.
playing. Let me stop
Nah,
playing. Let
you
me stop
right
playing.
though.
Nah, they can have a really happy. They can have a happy relationship.
Yeah.
I just talk shit sometimes. So I
Nah,
don't
but
know.
you true about that. You true about that. We will, and we've done shit. I know a lot of
Mm-hmm.
times in the past I stuck around because, but as I got older, I said, man, fuck that. What did you do? I only got one life. You got me fucked up.
Get that.
Yes sir.
Not a
Yes sir.
fan.
But bro, yeah, we finna wrap up, bro, man. It's definitely been real. Um, appreciate everybody for tuning in. You know, Astrology Talk Tuesday. Catch us back next week. We talking about what? Modalities.
Modality.
Modalities.
Yeah,
Today was
yeah.
dualities. Next week is modal. We breaking this shit down. We need a paycheck.
Somebody, we
Who?
gonna get paid in another way.
Hey, look, Astrology University. You know what I'm talking about?
Astrology and Astro University.
Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? What you
Astroversity.
say? Uh, Uncle Sam is definitely giving out money. You know what I mean? So appreciate everybody. Until next time, it's been real.
For sure, for sure.
spiritually uncut.
spiritually un.
Dabo, what up, shorty? They thought I was ballin', I was still in the trenches. Sleeping on the floor, I'm just stacking these pennies. Every time it's war, I be here in attendance. I could've lost everything, but I still stood on that business. I just wanna feel love. I don't feel no real love, it all feel fake. They tried to snake me, but it's still love. How can I be the good guy around all these snakes? I've been buying up these guns. chopper came with drums. Chopper came with drums. Don't ask me where I'm from. I am not for none. I am not for none. I heard the way that you be stepping. I hope you know it ain't no stepping on me. 2 class X's, I'm a felon. But I still got this weapon on me. If you knew what I did for Devin, you'll probably get down on one knee. My mama, daddy was a reverend. I hope it's still a heaven for me. 645s with extensions. Slamming nitty through the tray for BD. 15 minutes before